Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. CM Punk and AJ Lee teamed up at WrestlePalooza 2025, and it was a successful effort as many expected, with AJ Lee in particular doing incredibly well. Punk broke down in tears after the victory. The co-main event of WrestlePalooza 2025 saw CM Punk and AJ Lee take on the power couple, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They had a special entrance, with the champs being the favorites as ring rust was expected to be a factor for AJ Lee. However, that was not the case at all, and considering it was her first match in over a decade, the former Divas champion performed incredibly well and proved why she can hang with the best of the modern women's division, which is on a whole new level compared to the division she was in when she was at the top. After AJ Lee made Becky Lynch tap out with the Black Widow, CM Punk was not only celebrating in joy, but he also broke down in tears after his wife's first win in over a decade. Punk has been selfless this entire feud, letting Becky Lynch and CM Punk know that he was happy to come out to light it up, AJ Lee's music, and give her the spotlight rather than taking it for himself. He has been incredibly supportive of his wife, and no one has hyped her up more than he has. In fact, he was even wearing a jacket that said AJ's husband, which shows how much he reveres his wife. They've been married for over 10 years now, and they only got into a relationship in 2013. However, when they started dating, things picked up very quickly. Now, they are one of WWE's big power couples, and AJ Lee might just be the de facto #1 contender for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. In what will go down as one of the most emotional moments in recent WWE history, CM Punk was brought to tears at ringside after witnessing his wife AJ Lee secure her first victory in a WWE ring in over a decade. The moment, which fans are already hailing as one of the most heartfelt returns to in-ring glory for a female star in modern wrestling, created an unforgettable scene that perfectly merged reality with storytelling. AJ Lee, a former Divas champion who last competed in WWE in 2015, has been away from the squared circle for years, focusing on her ventures outside wrestling, while her husband CM Punk made his own storied journey back to the company. Many fans had speculated for years whether AJ would ever lace up her boots again, and when she did return earlier this year, there were questions about whether she could recapture the magic that made her one of the most beloved performers of her generation. Last night, those questions were answered emphatically when AJ scored a clean, hard-fought win, proving that her talent, charisma, and fighting spirit had not faded with time. The crowd inside the arena erupted the moment the referee's hand slapped the mat for the 3 count. The roar was deafening, but it was CM Punk's emotional reaction at ringside that became the defining image of the night. Cameras caught him burying his face in his hands, tears streaming as he watched AJ celebrate inside the ring. Punk, known for his often cold and brash demeanor, rarely lets his guard down emotionally, but this was different. This was not just another wrestling match. This was his partner and his wife, the woman he has shared his life with, proving to the world and to herself that she still belonged on the biggest stage in professional wrestling. AJ's opponent for the night was no pushover either. WWE booked her against one of the top stars in the women's division, making it clear that this was not going to be a nostalgia act or a soft landing. From the opening bell, the match was contested with intensity and passion. AJ displayed her trademark speed, agility, and ring IQ, seamlessly blending her old moveset with some new tricks she has clearly been working on in training. She took punishment, endured near falls, and fought back with the same fiery resilience that made her a fan favorite during the height of her run in the early 2010s. Every submission attempt, every kick, and every counter drew louder reactions from the crowd, with chants of AJ Lee echoing throughout the arena. CM Punk's presence at ringside only added to the gravity of the occasion. Fans noticed him pacing nervously before the match began, almost as if he were wrestling the contest himself. Throughout the bout, cameras frequently cut to him biting his lip, clapping his hands, and urging AJ on. When the match reached its climax with AJ locking in her signature Black Widow submission, The energy inside the building reached a fever pitch. Her opponent tried to fight free, but AJ wrenched back with all her might, and the tap-out finally came. The referee called for the bell, and the arena exploded. Punk leaped to his feet, pumping his fists in celebration before being overcome with emotion. For Punk, this was more than a proud husband moment. It was validation of a journey both he and AJ have taken together. Both walked away from WWE under difficult circumstances years ago, and both wondered if they would ever be welcomed back. Punk's shocking return to WWE after nearly a decade away was one of the most talked about stories in wrestling history, but AJ's return and subsequent victory now stands as a parallel chapter in that ongoing saga. Their story is one of resilience, love, and redemption, and fans were fortunate to witness a moment that felt unscripted and real in an industry built on scripted drama. The locker room reaction was equally emotional. Reports indicate that several current WWE superstars were waiting backstage to greet AJ after her match, showering her with hugs and congratulations. Many of today's top female talents have cited AJ Lee as a major influence on their careers, crediting her for helping break down barriers and pave the way for the women's evolution in WWE. Seeing her return in triumph was not just a nostalgic moment, but a reminder of how much of an impact she has had on the industry. Wrestlers took to social media immediately after the match, praising AJ's performance and highlighting the touching visual of Punk's tearful reaction. Fans online also made the moment trend worldwide within minutes. Hashtags celebrating AJ Lee's win and CM Punk's emotional breakdown flooded X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Clips of Punk crying at ringside while AJ stood tall in the ring went viral almost instantly, with fans commenting on how authentic and pure the moment felt. Many pointed out that Punk, often seen as one of the toughest, most outspoken figures in wrestling, displayed a vulnerable side that connected with audiences on a deeper level. Others reflected on how surreal it was to see both Punk and AJ back in WWE, thriving after so many years away. For AJ, this victory could mark the beginning of a new chapter. While it remains unclear how frequently she will wrestle, one thing is certain: she has proven she can still go toe-to-toe with the best in the division. WWE officials reportedly see her return as a huge boost to the women's roster, especially given her crossover appeal with mainstream audiences due to her ventures as an author and activist. Creative plans are said to be in place for her to feud with top stars, potentially even working her way into title contention if she decides to commit to a longer run. As for Punk, his tears told the story better than any words could. Here is a man who has headlined WrestleMania, won countless championships, and had some of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. Yet nothing seemed to compare to watching his wife achieve her own moment of glory. It was raw, it was emotional, and it reminded everyone why wrestling can be so powerful. It is not just about wins and losses, but about the people behind the characters, their struggles, their triumphs, and the emotions that connect us all. In the grand tapestry of WWE moments, AJ Lee's first win in 10 years and CM Punk's emotional breakdown will be remembered as a landmark event. It wasn't just a comeback. It was a celebration of perseverance, love, and the unbreakable bond between two of wrestling's most iconic figures. Fans who witnessed it live will talk about it for years to come, and future generations will look back on this as one of the rare moments where real life and scripted entertainment blended seamlessly into something unforgettable. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.